Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the church history trail. And we're actually in ROSTREVOR, and we're actually just on the outskirts of ROSTREVOR in KILBRONEY graveyard. And as you can see, the scenery in from this graveyard is absolutely fantastic. I'll just zoom in and let you see a wee bit closer. You can see the mountain there, which is brilliant. And you can see the moon there just above the mountain. And so the scenery here is absolutely breathtaking, as I'm sure you will agree. Absolutely amazing. But this graveyard is also actually known as Brona's graveyard. Now, Brona was believed to be a disciple of St Patrick, and she established a monastery here in KILBRONEY in the 5th century in the monastery that is actually located on the site, and I'll show you that shortly. And her church was a place of safety and refuge for sailors who had been shipwrecked off the coast of County Down. Now, Kil is from the Sill, which means church, and Broney is from Brona, the name of the woman who started the monastery. And so what you have here, when you put the two together, you get KILBRONEY. And so that's where the name KILBRONEY actually comes from. And Brona's bell was used to warn people of a rising storm on Carlingford Loch. And an 8th century Celtic cross with no central wheel head is said to mark the grave of Brona according to tradition. And this is the cross here. And so it's believed actually that Brona is actually buried here. And I'll just take you and show you the old ruined church. And this church, as you can see, it actually dates from the 15th century. So this church actually dates from the 15th century. And the building suffered damage during both the 1641 rebellion and also during the Cromwellian times as well. And so I'll take you in and let you see it. You can see the frost there on the field. I'll just zoom in and let you see that. That's actually frost there. That's on the field there, on the side of the mountain. And so this is the old church. Again, it has a connection with the 1641 rebellion and the period of Oliver Cromwell. And so I'll just take you in and let you see. As you can see, there's graves actually within the church now. So it's an amazing piece of history, isn't it? And there's a grave, and I don't know whose that grave is. I had a wee look at it earlier, but I couldn't make it out. So I'm not sure whose grave that is, but it certainly does look pretty old. And so that's the inside of the old church. And of course, Brona had a monastery here where she served the Lord. You can see the windies here, the old windies, as you can see. Amazing, isn't it? And the doorway as well. So it's great to have these because they're a reminder of the past, you know. And here's another doorway, as you can see. And again, and there's the graveyard. And so the mountains are a fantastic backdrop to the graveyard. And so thank you for joining me today on the Church History Trail. And in another couple of wee videos, we will be looking at Janet Murphy, who's actually buried in this graveyard. And we'll also be looking at 1798 rebel who was one of the United Irishmen. So we'll be looking at a 1798 a United Irishman who's actually buried in this graveyard. So tune in for those. Thank you. God bless.